Alright guys, today we are taking a look at Transformers Earthspark Shockwave. Close enough. Alright, so this is the Shockwave that is actually a Cyberverse Shockwave for Transformers Earthspark. As you can see, it's the same little crab droid. It did come with a gun, but I have misplaced said gun, and besides this, this is the only blaster that really matters when it comes to Shockwave, so who else really cares? I like the yellow painting there, along with the purple Decepticon emblem. I think that looks really good. I do like the detail that is molded throughout this figure, and this use of silver paint, yet sparingly, is good, especially on all the leg pieces. And the silver tip right here in the bottom piece, but we'll talk about this thing when it comes to the weapon. I do like the use of the darker, more gray throughout the little cracks that were like a very bright gray for the Cyberverse version of this. By the way, if you guys like Cyberverse and you still want to get a Cyberverse Shockwave, but just pick this guy up. It's the exact same mold, just a slightly different and altered paint scheme. But for me, I think that's pretty good. As for comparisons in vehicle mode, I'm not really going to do any, just because, one, that's Shockwave. He's just laying on all four, which is unfortunate. That's what Shockwave usually becomes now, especially with the crab tank mode. I still think it's good. I mean, especially since this is how he showed, or this is how he was in the show. So, I can't dock it points because that's accurate, technically. But it is also lazy. But, yeah. We'll do a full 360. Here you go. My least favorite part about it is this rubber hose fuel tank thing. I hate that piece about this. But, yep. Alrighty. I'm just going to do articulation of all of them the same as, it's the same in the robot mode. So, let's get into transformation, because that's where the way more fun piece comes. Alright, so, first untap this. Instructions say to do that, but you don't have to. If you're not a fan of parts forming, you can keep it in there and just keep it out of the way for now. Next, come up to the shoulders, rotate them, sort of like fold these up, boom, boom. Sometimes they get clip on there. And just trying to just rotate these down like so. Do that, boop, like that. So rotate down, spin around, boop. This piece clips all the way down. Clips in, and then these don't come up. And then the legs, fold this down, do boop, fold this down, boop. There we go. Now this piece will fold up, clip in, and then this, come over here, fold down the feet like that, fold this up. Technically, he does have two hands if you guys want that, so you technically can have him sit like this. Like that, with both hands out like so. But that doesn't really look like Shockwave to me, unless you have his cannon. So, the way I like to do his cannon, hold it out, and if you wrap this around a little, like this, that way it kind of keeps the hose intact, and then it just tabs in underneath. Like that, boop, and this piece will come up and kind of sit more flush like that. So, and there you go. This is a very, very good looking Shockwave. It is definitely, I don't know why, Shockwave just looks good. I have never seen a Shockwave that doesn't look like this solid. Like, don't get me wrong, this is still a Voyager class, or not Voyager, Deluxe, or Warriors class, and don't get me wrong, there's still hollow bits throughout this thing. But Shockwave, I don't think has had a bad toy ever, if not in a very long time. He's another Bumblebee movie. While I don't have it, my buddy has it. It's a very solid Shockwave as well. Let's just go through with the paint real quick. Black paint here on the crotch plates. Silver throughout here. I think this is molded silver, but it still looks good. Same with this, molded. All the molded silver looks good. But again, the yellow with the black. Is that molded black? I think it might be molded. Can't really tell right now. But the mono eye looks good. The paint throughout here, here, here. Again, I already talked about the legs and the arms. Yeah, I just think it looks really good. Now, articulation on this guy. Ball joint at the shoulder, so it goes up that far. And I am going to be showing you both sides of the shoulders just because this side's a little different with the hose. This full 360, elbow, not transformation, whoops. That does happen if you push down here, or I have a tendency of pushing at the hand. Now it's not going to do it. Cool. Elbow bends 90 at the elbow. Not bad. This side, it will go forward and go up that far, technically, if you want to try to, but it'll do that, but get interfered there, so not too worried about there. Goes up the 90. There is also an upper bicep swivel. Oh yeah, also paint decal here and here. I forgot I mentioned that earlier. There is these hip skirts that are also movable, which I think is cool. You don't see that much kind of detail. The legs go forward that far, go back that far, go out, arm the other way, go out that far. And the knee actually has a pretty good bend, and it has up right above the knee swivel, and the ankles go forward and back. Have a little side-to-side motion, as you can see. So, how is he? Let's move the camera up a little. There we go. Boop. Let's try it one more. There we go. Perfect. How is he at posability? Oh, also, these fins go up and down. Well, I think he does pretty good. Like, especially if you do that. Boom. Like, this is a Shockwave design. And if you guys watch Cyberverse, I have not watched Earthspark, but I know Cyberverse. Shockwave is quite a menace you do not want to mess with. But let's compare him to the other warrior class or slash mainlines that I currently have on hand right now. So currently on hand, we have, let's put him here. We have Earthspark Optimus Prime. As you can see, he's a little shorter than Shockwave. Not bad though. Right, come over here. We also have the mainline Transformers 1 Alpha Trion, who is also shorter than Shockwave. So move him over here again. And then we also have the mainline Optimus Prime, who is as well shorter than Shockwave. I cannot wait until they make Shockwave from TF1. That show was great, and also the mainline Transformers 1 toys are honestly pretty good. But let's do a 360 Shockwave now. These things, you see, not really much of a backpack. And what backpack there is, they did a really good job with it. Again, there are hollow points due to it being the price point in glass, so I can't dock it for that. So, do I recommend this guy? Yeah, I recommend him. He is a fantastic and a great, like, absolutely stunning and just great Shockwave to have. Mine's, the joints are pretty solid all the way throughout, so there's nothing really to say wrong about it. And just with the ankles just the way they are, you can get this guy into some poses and not have to worry about it. Like, he will be a menace for somebody on screen somewhere. Yeah, till then, that is my look at the Transformers Cyberverse slash Earthspark Shockwave. Again, I say pick them up, especially since Earthspark are right now at Walmart are right around $14 to $15 if they haven't moved the prices back. So, and that's what I got this guy at. So I think he's worth it. And at 20 bucks, I say he's worth it as well. Just got to see if they come out with mainline Transformers 1 Shockwave, because that is a great design. But till then, that's my look at Transformers Cyberverse Shockwave.